anonymously that have basically elaborated on what I know, and that's all I'll say. They're there. The government knows about them. That's why I was threatened by the deep state in 2016, actually 15, right before the election.
Hmm.
For the election. And when 16 happened and Trump won, everything changed.
Hmm. Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are involved in the special forces community right now, so we all know this Kandahar giant story that surfaced many years ago. I understand that you have interviewed the person that was actually there. I haven't gotten around to watching that documentary that you published with him being in it, but there's some people asking questions about the Kandahar giant. I feel like that's an avenue of approach in terms of introducing some of these people to this world.
It was real, and it's problematic because we don't know how old it is. Is it 3,000 years old? It could be 3,000 years old. So Joshua and Caleb are going into the promised land. The Nephilim giants are getting slaughtered by God, and they flee. There's a diaspora. We know that. That's our hypothesis. And I think we've proven that with the Paraka skulls that you see behind me, because the haplogroups from many of those elongated skulls showed a Middle Eastern origin. That rewrites history. Of course, the academics won't even look at it. But I was actually a molecular biologist. I was at the Prophecy Watchers Conference over the weekend. And on Sunday morning, a molecular biologist came up, introduced himself, and just said, off the record, LA, you have to understand, I'm an academic. I'm in academia. But you have to understand that your work on the Paraka skulls, it's changing the paradigm. No one will say that, but it's having a ripple effect on what people want to look at. And the bottom line is this. I mean, just like America Stonehenge, and I realize I'm bouncing all around, but when I think it's the greatest archaeological discovery was America Stonehenge, which with Kelsey Stone discovered with the summer solstice standing stone. That rewrites history. It does. Now, once again, most mainstream archaeologists will look at that and poo-poo it, and, well, it's a coincidence. Well, what about all the other standing stones that are around there that point to other sites like Chaco Canyon, like Teotihuacan, Machu Picchu, the Canary Islands, Stonehenge, England, and finally the Great Pyramid of Giza? There is a hidden history, Zach, that's been deliberately obfuscated from the peoples of the world. I mean, there's no doubt about that. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And the reason why it's been sort of obfuscated or, tucked under the rug, because it proves the biblical prophetic narrative. It shows and points back to the supernatural worldview. And the Darwinists hate that. They can't stand it because that blows their whole theory right out of